Welcome home, Rory. We're now serving tacos. We're a taco truck too.
And the open road is opening, opening my heart to sing songs of lost travelers and ascended masters. The open road is opening, and the open road is opening.
Welcome to our van. This is home for the summer. This is where Andy, Sarah, me, Rory, and Daisy are going to travel and live. I'm sitting where Rory's car seat is going to be. This is all before engineer Andy makes conversions.
Yeah, everything done in this van is how we bought it, except for this seat right here. There's Rory's seat. They had all the back seats taken out, and like I said, we had to put one back in so Rory could join us. What do you think, Rory? Is it comfy?
Are you ready to ride?
Is it comfy?
Are you ready to ride in the van? Rory approved.
So the only other one thing that I did before we get too far and start the tour is I did install these switches, the toggle switches, and it's also USB and a socket, 12 volt socket there. So I added that just so we could get the lights working. So like I said, everything else was installed already. So these lights and the fan that you see here and the pine ceiling was already installed. So let's get on with the van tour. What do you think, Rory?
Yeah, we're really stoked that this bed was already here. This is way nicer than anything we were gonna have, probably.
Yeah, it's a foam mattress. I don't know what brand, but it already had a little platform with storage underneath. So I have my hose in there that I'm gonna use for our gravity sink. And then under Sarah, by her feet, is one of these 6-gallon Reliance jerry cans. And another one came with this vehicle as well. So we got 2 of these 6 gallons, so 12 gallons total. So we'll be able to haul a lot of water.
We have lots of cords hanging back here. We're gonna fix all of this up. We have all the wood paneling to make it pretty up here.
Yeah, they installed all the insulation, gutted the van, framed some of it. They also did a lot of the wiring. So as you saw earlier when I was showing my switches, so I wired the lights. That's the only thing that's wired to the switches right now. So the USB outlets work right here. And then this switch for the lights works. I think I'm going to be putting, there's another USB and 12 volt socket. We got 3 of those that came with the van without the toggle switches on the bottom. So we're going to put...
What's a toggle switch?
Just toggles to one position and then back to the other, on off. So there's wires back there that you can kind of see in the corner. There's wires back where Sarah is. And then there's wires to the side of Sarah here too. And so they had it all wired up for the 12 volt socket and USB connections. And so when we do sleep, our heads are probably going to be by the back door, right?
Yeah, and Andy's probably going to be a little too tall to lay down comfortably.
No, my feet just hang off the edge a little bit here.
And we think we're going to put Rory's crib is going to go here, we're thinking. We're not totally certain yet.
I think what I'm going to do, like Sarah said, is make something in this kind of void here where you see some of the cords.
Just imagine a slab of wood right there.
I don't think he's going to be that high. Yeah, that's more like it. But we don't want him necessarily on the ground here because Daisy might be on the ground. But to be honest, Daisy's going to be on the bed because that's where she always ends up.
Yeah, Rory just can't be on the bed because that's not safe sleeping for babies to sleep with 2 adults.
Yeah, so you'll have to check back in later in another video to see kind of what I came up with for the little crib / Rory bed.
Up here, we're really excited. Nalgene's already fit in those holes.
Yeah, this van, so that's the original cup holder, fits a Nalgene perfectly. We also came installed touchscreen, Bluetooth enabled.
Andy's really excited
radio.
about the Bluetooth. We don't need to take it out of our other car.
Yeah. So then you got the original seats here too, and some of the original carpeting. So I think we're gonna leave the front as it is. And I think Sarah, you haven't even seen this yet. I think this is gonna be Sarah's most exciting little piece of the van. So if you look in the very front of the seat,
is this a snack pouch?
you got a little pouch here.
Yes.
So you can fit your snacks
There's
and
a
such in there.
snack pouch, Rory.
So if we start towards the front here, we have some overhead storage. They kind of gave us these baskets that they already had in here. I did put that little curtain rod right there up. So we're going to put some curtains across. And
to make it a little more homey.
yeah, just to block out some of the light from the front, although we probably will get some shades for the front. Back here, this is Reflectix, and this was already cut and made for the back windows. So all of these windows here, plus these little side windows. So we got the back covered. We'll just need to add to the front. So there's some storage above, and we'll figure out what we want to put up there. But in some of these, we already have some things that they left us to. Like I said, we have some of these 12-volt socket and USB
We have sockets, Rory.
ports. So I just got to wire those up back here, back there, and back there. What else do we got?
We got a window that opens.
A window that opens, but you got to be smarter than the window.
Can we do it?
You got to pull it towards you, and then back. Yeah.
Oh, I did it! We're now serving tacos. We're a taco truck too. Rory's our mascot.
Rory can serve on the go.
We serve beer on the weekends out of here too.
We wish.
We serve baby bottles.
But yeah, you like that, Rory? You want that? You want some bottles? So yeah, all the windows in the back here are like that too on the sides of the bed. So we'll have some good airflow along with this fan. It's a Max Air fan. It's got a remote too, which is very, very nice. And it's got one of those rain covers or rain shields, so you can have it propped open and using it during a rainstorm.
Oh, are we gonna have a rainstorm?
Probably.
Thunder. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom.
We'll see if you're laughing during a real thunderstorm.
Boom.
It'll actually be pretty loud.
Boom.
Oh, what was that? That was the water jug. Okay, so let's check out underneath the hood. And by under the hood, I mean under the bed. So there is storage. Got a little bit of storage here. I got some bungee cords under there that I was using earlier. I got some electrical connectors back there that, I just am storing there for now.
We're already storing all the electrical.
But what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to put a kind of a wood face on here and then cut some holes out and put some doors on it so it'll be a little cabinet access.
Oh, and the hose is for the sink that we're going to install. We got a kitchen bowl that's going to be our sink, and it's going to go on that door right behind Andy.
The plan is to put it right here, but we'll get to that later because right now I just want to show you what's in the van. So,
I just want to act like I know actually what's going on here.
the bed, although it may look like it's nice and sturdy and staying right there,
It is.
it actually
It's hidden.
lifts up. So it's on some hinges back there. And you got the batteries. So we have 2 100 amp hour batteries. And then we have a fuse box. We have a disconnect switch, which we can always switch off if we don't want to drain the batteries. Let's say we're just kind of sitting at home and the van is not being used for camping or whatever. We can just disconnect that. There is a battery monitor right there that I just got working yesterday, and right now it's not mounted anywhere, but eventually I will figure out where to mount that. We have some storage right here, which is only accessible if you lift up the bed. So we'll be putting things that we aren't going to be using very often, like some tools or maybe some like jackets, excess diapers, whatever else, maybe a tent if we decide we're bringing our tent and stuff. So that'll come back down here. Oh yeah, and then there's also another storage behind Rory's seat, which, you're not going to be able to get to unless you open up the bed as well. All right, so that was under the bed. And that actually only goes to about back here. So when we go around to the back later, I will show you there's actually storage under the bed from the back, and you can access it. And I'm going to put some drawers back there, I think. But this is a cool feature too, is there is some air conditioning ventilation back here. Right now, those PVC pipes only go into the mattress, but I'll put maybe a little extension on it so it goes up, and this will most likely be right here in this corner, Daisy's preferred spot. Especially after a long hike, Daisy's going to love that air conditioning. You just got to pull really hard. Pushing it in. Is it locked?
Yeah, that must be it. It's locked.
No, you just got to push it really hard.
No, it was locked. He just turned the camera off for that part. It was locked.
No, this is all live. We're rolling. Pull up on that little tab and then pull that thing out really hard as you're pulling up on the very bottom. So I grew up with a Chevy van just like this. There's a little tab right there. See that?
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can see this. See this little white tab right here? Once that's up, then you just pop it out. Open it up. So the only downside is the spare tire here kind of prevents the wheel or prevents the door from opening fully. So that's kind of a bummer, but you can see there's some space under here. And then on the other side of Sarah over here. So right here is a swivel that they had purchased, the previous owners purchased to put under the front passenger seat so that you can swivel that around. So I think that's a pretty neat feature. So we're going to go ahead and, install that. There's an extra seat belt they gave us too for Rory's seat that was back in the middle. And then, some bolts and extra stuff that I used to install Rory's seat. So, and then those cords are for a backup camera that's actually installed on the license plate, but I don't have a cord that goes all the way to the front that will reach the screen way up there. So I might get some eventually.
We were not surprised that after we purchased this, there already was some things that had to be done. So we just got it back from the shop yesterday. And there's still more to be done. We do have to get new tires on this. But that's what comes with an old van. We knew that was going to happen, but we're hoping that's the only maintenance that will be needed for the summer.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. I mean, it was just a little bit of engine work, so it definitely runs a little bit better. And like Sarah said, we're going to be getting tires before the summer starts. So we'll be putting those on so we have some great traction. So it is a 1993 Chevrolet G20. It's got the high top. It's got a little bit of rust on it, but really not too bad for a 1993. Oh, and then one other feature that is out here is this little guy. So you can plug an extension cord into here and run it to wherever your electrical supply is at your campsite, and you can run everything off of that power instead of the batteries. But nothing's hooked up on the inside yet, so not sure if I'm quite going to do that, because we do have plans to just put solar on, so I don't know if I'm going to actually use this or not. But it's a neat little feature. So we can get shore power if we wanted to, if I hook that up. Pretty decent shape. I mean, a little bit of rust right there. I think I'm going to repaint the hood. I thought about switching out the headlights to LED lights. Got a little cup holder. I don't know if we're keeping all that. I think I might strip the original interior off that door. I think that ashtray can definitely go. So we'll figure out what to do with that. The one thought was that we would come around here, so that passenger chair will eventually swivel. So what I thought about doing was mounting some sort of a kind of a table thing that folds down or up or something from this door, so when it's closed we can use that as kind of a workspace. When it's open, we can stand here and also use it. So we'll see what happens there. And then we got the original blinds. We only have the original blinds right there and on this small little side door too. But those are neat because they're not blackouts, so they still allow some light in, but it gives you some privacy too, so people can't really see in at you.
And duct tape fixes everything, so.
Yeah, we're definitely replacing that though, because that's gonna not stick after a while.
We'll just bring a whole roll.
No, I'm gonna put a little strap up there. But yes, we are bringing a whole roll because duct tape fixes everything. So, but yeah, there you have it. There's the van.
We're still looking for a name, but it'll come one day. Can't name it Rory. Right? We did think about naming it a baby name that wasn't chosen. It did have a mustache on the front. HTL decal.
Yeah, we've been talking about putting some Hiking Through Life stuff on it too.
Watch for us on the road.
So yeah, stay tuned. Subscribe. What do you think, Rory?
Are you ready?
We'll definitely be posting more as work progresses on the van. And by June, we'll have a final product, hopefully.
Yep, I have a lot of work to do on this van.
And the open road is opening. The open road is opening.
Peace, love, and hike through life.